My name is Nora Calder, and I found out the truth when I was 28. It was June 12, 2087, in Port Salem, a foggy coastal town in Oregon where the ocean chewed cliffs and secrets festered like damp rot. I was a data clerk, sifting through municipal records for the city, water usage, power grids, census logs. Boring work, but steady, and after my brother Gabe vanished 3 years earlier, steady was all I had. The official story was he'd drowned, swept off the pier during a storm. I never bought it. Gabe was careful, a diver who knew the tides like his own pulse. That night, I was digging through old files in the city archive, a basement server room, all humming drives and flickering lights. I wasn't supposed to be there past hours, but I'd found a glitch, population numbers that didn't add up. Port Salem census logged 14,203 residents, but utility data, water, electricity, suggested closer to 14,500. 300 extra people unaccounted for every year since the 2050s. I cross-checked names, addresses, births. Nothing. Like they didn't exist. Then I found Gabe's file. Marked deceased, but with a tag, Anomaly 7B. No explanation, just a reference to a sealed record I didn't have clearance for. My hand shook as I hacked the lock. Gabe taught me tricks from his tech days. The file opened, a grainy video, timestamped the night he disappeared. It showed the pier, waves crashing, and Gabe, alive, talking to someone. Not human. Tall, too thin, skin like wet glass, eyes glowing faint silver. It grabbed his arm, they vanished in a blink of light. I froze, breath stuck. Aliens. Here, in Port Salem. My brother didn't drown, he was taken. I should have stopped, reported it, walked away. But Gabe was family, the only one who'd stuck by me when Mom drank herself gone and Dad left. I copied the file to my drive, wiped my tracks, and went home. The fog was thick, streetlights smearing yellow. My apartment was a one-room box above a diner, smelling of grease and salt. I watched the video again, frame by frame. The thing's movements were wrong, fluid, like it bent physics. Gabe didn't fight, he looked calm. Next morning, I started asking questions. Quietly. Port Salem was small, everyone knew everyone, or thought they did. I hit the library, dug through old news, disappearances, lights over the bay, stories dismissed as fishermen's tales. By 2070, the reports stopped, like someone clamped down. I checked utility logs again, traced spikes to a defunct cannery on the North Shore, shuttered since the 60s but pulling power like a factory. I went there at dusk, alone, stupidly. The cannery was a skeleton of rust and shattered glass, waves pounding nearby. My flashlight caught graffiti, then something else, marks, too precise, spirals etched into steel beams. Inside, the air felt heavy, charged. A hum grew, low and steady, from below. I found a trapdoor, hidden under crates, leading to a concrete stairwell. My pulse hammered, but I descended. The basement was wrong, clean, warm, walls lined with panels pulsing soft blue. A chamber opened ahead, vast, lit by orbs floating without strings. Figures moved inside, not human. Dozens, like the one from the video, tall, translucent, silver eyes scanning screens of data, maps, faces, Earth cities. I ducked behind a crate, heart in my throat. They weren't invading, they were here, living, watching. One turned, locked eyes with me. I ran, up the stairs, out into the rain, expecting pursuit. Nothing came. I got home, locked the door, played the video again. Gabe's face, why didn't he run? I needed help, someone I trusted. That meant Riley Voss, my old friend from school, now a dock worker with a knack for trouble. I called her, spilled everything, the file, the cannery, the aliens. "You're nuts," Riley said, but she met me at the diner by midnight, her dark curls damp from the fog. I showed her the video. Her jaw tightened. "Okay. Not nuts. What's the play?" "We go back," I said. "Find Gabe." Riley sighed. If he's alive, why no word? 3 years, Nora. I didn't answer. She grabbed her jacket. Fine. But we're armed. We hit the cannery at 2 a.m., fog cloaking us. Riley had a stun baton, I carried a crowbar. The trapdoor was still open, the hum louder. We crept down, slower this time. The chamber was active, more aliens, their voices a low chime, like glass vibrating. A screen showed Port Salem streets, live, every corner mapped. Another displayed DNA strands, human and something else. Riley whispered, "They're studying us." Before I could reply, a figure loomed, same as the video, 7 feet, silver eyes. I swung my crowbar, it caught the blow midair, gentle but firm, like I was a child. Nora Calder, it said, voice inside my head, not my ears. You seek Gabriel. I froze. Riley gripped her baton, eyes wide. Where is he? I demanded. Safe, it said. Chosen. The air shimmered, Gabe appeared, older, tired, but him. Not a hollow, real. Nora, he said, voice rough. You shouldn't be here. He was alive. Relief hit, then anger. 3 years, Gabe. Why didn't you? They needed me, he cut in. The Vren. They've been here forever, before us, under us. Earth's theirs too. I stared. The alien, Vren, watched, silent. Gabe explained, the Vren came millions of years ago, built cities, then retreated underground when Earth changed. They let humans rise, stayed hidden, guiding when they could, science, art, quiet nudges. But we were breaking the planet, wars, pollution, chaos. The Vren chose emissaries like Gabe to bridge worlds, prepare us. For what, he wouldn't say. Why hide? Riley snapped. If you're so advanced, fix it. The Vren's eyes flickered. We are few. You are many. Force fails. I didn't care about their philosophy. Come home, I told Gabe. He shook his head. I can't. They're part of me now. He lifted his sleeve, his arm shimmered, half translucent, like theirs. Riley grabbed my hand. Nora, we're leaving. But the chamber hummed louder, screens flashing red. Another Vren spoke, intrusion detected. Surface breach. Gabe's face fell. You were followed. Footsteps echoed above, boots, human. Light swept the stairwell. A voice barked, Calder, down here. I knew it, Sheriff Holt, ex-military, always sniffing around my searches. The Vren vanished, screens blanking. Gabe pushed us toward a side tunnel. Run. They can't know. We bolted, Holt's team close, black gear, rifles, not small-town cops. The tunnel twisted, air growing cold. Riley tripped, I pulled her up. A blast shook the walls, grenade, too close. Gabe stayed back, blocking the path. Go, he yelled. I heard shouts, then silence. We surfaced a mile out, gasping in the fog. The cannery was lit up, choppers overhead, packed forces, not local. Riley cursed. They've known. All along. I nodded, chest tight. Gabe was gone again, maybe dead, maybe worse. Back home, I checked my drive, empty, wiped remotely. Riley's comms pinged, a message, no sender. They protect. You decide. Attached, a map, Vren sites, hundreds, under every city. They weren't just in Port Salem. They were everywhere. By dawn, the cannery was cordoned off, gas leak story on the feeds. Holt watched my apartment from his cruiser. I packed a bag. Riley met me at the pier, her boat ready. Where to? She asked. Anywhere, I said. The Vren were out there, watching, waiting. So were the pact. I'd found one truth, aliens lived among us. Now I needed the rest. What were they preparing us for? And what side was Gabe on? The fog swallowed Port Salem as we sailed. A hum lingered, faint, under the waves.